you finished collecting the infinity do-rags yet?
Almost. I still need a purple one and a yellow one for LA.
God. Well, welcome to the show, everybody. We're going to start commenting every week. Every week is going to be about which do-rag Purvis decided to wear.
I'm legit going to start buying new colors now, just for this bit.
Okay. I'm okay with that. Welcome to the show, everybody. We are back. Summer has smashed. We are here with our yearly Summer Smash episode.
Shout out to the queen.
Yeah, shout out to the indomitable Sophie Kornick.
Shout out.
Yeah, for getting us all there. And yeah, it was an experience. It killed me. It literally it broke and then infected me. Like
you were already half broken when you arrived.
I was half broken.
It just got worse.
That because I didn't compromise. I was in the pits and then I took Saturday off. Dude, I was unable to walk Saturday. I seriously spent over 2 hours stretching and doing the yoga shit that Rachel tries to make me do. Turns out she was right.
I was gonna say, in bet you it helped.
Yeah, and then Sunday I had a fever.
I will say the not that I'm old, but the age definitely hit me a lot harder this year than it did last year.
Well, yeah, because we're going in one direction, and the audience for Summer Smash just stayed still.
Yep.
All right.
We dive into it?
Yes, let's dive into the news because we have a lot to cover about last weekend. And the concert of the century was last night.
Yeah.
Insane.
The most thing I've ever experienced.
Insane that was organized, produced, shot, and then distributed. Also, I think it's time we have a real deep dive on streaming concerts and is that is that the next generation? Where does it line in? Have you ever gone to a concert and been I would have just streamed this?
I mean, it's been happening with Lollapalooza and Coachella for years now.
They've been doing it for a while.
I'm trying to think of the one-offs. I know the Kanye Drake one was a one-off.
Yeah.
The
Future one. Run the Jewels did one.
Yeah, Run the Jewels did one.
Magnificent Coloring Day was streamed on Tidal.
Yeah,
that is true.
Yeah,
damn, that's
that was early days. So I don't even clock it for the only on Tidal thing. That was early days. So that might be a whole ass cozy cast 1 week. We don't want to do anything.
Which might happen soon.
Which may happen soon, but
yeah.
But let's start off because there's not a whole lot from people we really like, except Shaq, of course.
Who doesn't like Shaq? He's just out here doing side missions.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, let's start off with Shaq. As we all know, he's already a DJ, a certified DJ. Really, he's I think performed at several different venues. But he is coming out with Shaq Pack. And I did see some of the producers he worked with are actually considered old head producers. So I'm excited to at least hear it. I'll probably run through it once just to see what it sounds like.
No,
and you can't forget his diss that he made about Kobe.
Yes. So maybe we'll get a new diss. Apparently he made a diss about Chuck as well. So
insane.
I'm here for the Shaq disses.
I love Shaq.
I'm here for it.
I will forever miss
love Shaq all the time.
TNT crew.
God.
But anyway, onto I don't want to say actual music, but artists that produce real music. We have Peso Pluma coming out. I don't know how to say the album name.
Exito.
Yeah, I haven't seen any rollout for it, to be honest. I think he was in an ad that I saw. But
yeah,
I'm super excited for that. I saw he was on Fashion Week with a Nintendo DS. So no, that wasn't him. That was somebody else.
Central C.
That was Central C. Never mind. But yeah, I'm excited for this anyway. We also have Kehlani coming out with Crash, and I don't think she's coming out with something in a while either. But that's literally it. It's a very slow week. We have a ton of singles because again, it's early summer. Everybody wants to put out singles. We have DJ Mustard partnering with Travis Scott to drop Parking Lot. I'm sure that's going to be a big one. We have Ice Spice coming out with another butt theme song.
That makes sense. Yeah, so she's gonna ride that wave as long as she can.
But yeah, it's called Fat Butt.
I think she's being honest. Like,
Look, I understand I was wrong about the one hit wonder, but I wasn't far off.
oh yeah,
moving
no,
on.
yeah.
I wasn't far off. We also have IDK partnering with Gunna to drop Tiffany. We have Kelly Uchis coming out with Never Be Yours. We have Brandon's favorite artist, Post Malone, partnering with Blake Shelton to drop Pour Me a Drink.
Man,
we also
how
have
did we let this happen? Look, this also is happening the week of Juneteenth. Like,
yeah, well, what can you do? You win some, you lose some. We also have Black or Six Black, whatever you want to call them, coming out with F the Rap Game. We have Glorilla coming out with Thank God It's Friday. We have another XXX Teeth interlude. Isn't this so exciting?
oh my god, I hate this. I don't get this world.
It is sad. It is very sad, and it's becoming very often that we have to have this conversation. I am curious. Did anyone listen to Ski Mask's album?
No, not yet. I've been all over to New John Tolliver.
Oh damn. Okay. Well, I guess I'm the only one. The interlude is a phone recording of X randomly talking in the car.
Okay.
That's. But yeah, you didn't miss anything as expected. But the rest of the album I thought was okay. But yes, it did get outshined by a lot of different albums coming out recently.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, we have Earth Gang, partnering with Snake Ships.
I've never heard of them, but I love Earth Gang.
You have heard of Snake Ships. There's definitely a song with Chance that I know you know.
Yeah, that might. Who knows?
But,
like, you know,
but that's the only one.
Who knows? Who's to say?
But yeah, they're coming out with Been a Minute, and I'm sure that'll be exciting. I feel like I haven't said a Dreamville name in a while. So.
They've been quiet. They've been real quiet after the fall of their leader.
An appropriate backing out. The biggest win out of everything that happened.
Yeah.
J. Cole backing out. But yes. And that's literally it. It's not a lot going on this week in terms of news and events going on. We have found out just this morning that Sir Tyler, the Creator, will not be at Lala, unfortunately. He will also not be at another festival. I forget what the name is.
No.
Outer Lands.
Yes. He will be replaced.
Are they put on by the same people?
I don't think so.
It probably is. I think it's Front Gate.
Okay.
I believe they are the same.
I don't know. I know there's two different people replacing him. For Lala is Megan Thee Stallion. For the other event, it was somebody else.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Yes.
No.
Sage. Very sad. Jasper and I will go commit seppuku.
No. No, it's a bummer. I'm going to Thursday. I wasn't going to see Tyler anyway. So if anything, this makes me feel better because it's like I feel like I'm not missing anything, especially because I saw Megan Thee Stallion a month ago.
She just did 2 shows here. I mean, it's a good get. She deserves the spotlight, but
yeah.
I think part of it also, with it being so last minute, everyone already announced their tours.
Yeah, and she was just kind of doing the Hot Girl tour, which it wasn't a huge amount of cities. So
yeah,
and like I think
that was a makeup.
Yeah, and like I also think her music really fits the festival scene. Like
she was just there, I think, in 21.
Yeah, she just wasn't.
She wasn't a headliner.
Yeah, now she's the headliner, which is nice to see. And the other thing is, I predicted her as a headliner heavy this year, so now I'm right. But yeah,
no one challenged you on that claim.
Yeah, well, no. The thing is that like I said it and then it didn't happen. That's what I mean. Is that now it did happen? Now I'm,
fair enough.
You guys are all like, yes, makes sense. You guys all agreed with me. It's just reality did it until right now.
Fair enough.
But yeah, no, it's a bummer. But I'm also just happy I'll be able to see Tyler's next show in Chicago. He's here like every other year, so I'm not super like bummed. Like I'm willing to bet we have a date for him in 6 months.
I hope so. He is one of the few people I haven't seen that like I really, really want
Yeah,
to see.
yeah,
So
he's tippity top of the list, 100%.
I was gonna compare him and Childish this year, and now I feel like I'm being robbed. But oh well.
Man,
But yeah,
But
that is
yeah.
literally it. That is all the news.
that's all the
Very,
news. Do we want to do schools in session? A special Summer Smash
What?
schools in session?
Yes, I actually already picked the names out. I did it last night.
Oh my god!
There we are. We are back in school. Thank you for reminding me of the most traumatic part of our lives.
Yeah. Yeah, where they train you to be good little corporate employees.
No, it's college. But anyway,
Schools are
we're
designed
starting
off
off
factories.
with once a very, very big name. But now, not so much, I don't think. Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Doing
Wild.
the whole career.
Oh
so
my god!
movies,
What a
controversy.
Just off his music.
It's so technically the school is in session is supposed to be about everything. So music, movies, impact,
However you
anything
wanna-
else, career wise, dancing,
Yeah.
controversy, beefs.
Yeah, it's
etc.
like fuck Chris Brown. Like it's like
Respectfully.
but I don't think he's like the worst, especially like his hits. I don't think he's like the worst artist in the world, but I also don't think I think he's very far from anything special.
He is trying to improve his image.
Yeah,
he is actively
and
trying
I know he has a fan base that fucking
I was-
goes to the mat for him.
I was literally gonna say
I'm aware of that. Like I'm aware that he's got like
I know some people that will go to war for Chris Brown. Like Chris Brown bigger than Usher, bigger than R. Kelly, all the people that you would think R&B that you would match him with.
He's been doing it since what, 16 or something like that?
Been doing it for a very long time. And he's debatably one of the better dancers we've had in our generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the best.
Yeah, no,
And he's been in movies.
He hasn't been good in movies though. Like I feel like that like
he's been bad in movies.
Mm,
No, I don't know. You're the movie person. I'll let you go on that.
You know, like there's a reason he hasn't been in a lot of movies.
And I feel like they're not big movies either.
Yeah, and they're never big roles either.
It's like a Tyler Perry movie.
The Yard is a classic.
All right, so for acting then, Chris Brown or Kid Cudi?
Kid
Both have
Cudi-
had, I think, equally mid filmographies.
Oh, I'm gonna say something. I've watched. Me and Rachel smoked a ton of weed and watched that Knuckles show, and Kid Cudi plays like a henchman in it, and it's like a Saturday morning cartoon show, but with live action people.
Weird.
And you know what? I'm talking about Kid Cudi's performance specifically. That was pretty. I'm gonna say Kid Cudi pretty definitively, actually. Like I don't really think about Kid Cudi's acting career because I think it's like a blip. But like, if you're asking me to compare, I'm gonna go Kid Cudi.
It's not a good movie, but I enjoy his character in the Need for Speed.
Yeah, like he's charismatic in that for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. I hear the same thing about Westworld season 3. I hear it's not good, but I hear him and Aaron Paul are very good in it.
No one said a letter yet.
Oh,
I'm giving him a C+. I'm giving him a C+.
I'm gonna give him a C minus.
C+.
I'm gonna give him a C minus. No, I'm gonna give him a D plus for hitting Rihanna. Like,
okay. I was gonna say what, and then you said the reasoning, and I understand.
Yeah.
I think
It's
even all that aside,
Rihanna.
the fact that he now is basically just like, you look at what he's putting out now. It's like these 2-hour long streaming.
Way longer than 2 hours.
Is it way longer than 3 hours? Or 3 something?
It's insane.
It's like the fall from grace has been heavy, and I think there's no real coming back from that. Even if you clean up your image, like you're participating in streaming disease. Like that's it. You're serving the algorithm. You're not making art at that point.
No, 100%. Yeah, but like the thing is that was it ever about art for like Chris Brown? It was always about hits for him, right?
Debatable,
like,
yeah.
He is the hit person. You're not wrong, and he's got a lot of hits.
Yeah.
He does have a lot of hits. And like, listen, I think everything Jasper just said is like very valid. But at the same time, I do think he has cultivated a big enough audience that he's gonna those kind of albums are still gonna be profitable for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a few albums. I was going back to try and name them. There's a few that are above 2 hours and one above 3 hours. And it's a
Insane.
Christmas album above 3 hours. I try to look at the positive things when I do my lettering, so I'm gonna say a B minus because he did have a very high peak at a very young age. But yeah, he's had a lot of negative things around him.
You've convinced me. I'll give him a C. I think
Yeah.
a C is fair.
I feel like we're falling in the C range.
Yeah, I'm going C minus, but yeah.
There's some people that I know that will kill us for that. But anyway.
Yeah, I know. Hi, Drew.
Yes, Drew's definitely one of them.
Drew dances to no music in the fucking silence of a store. It's insane. He's an insane.
The music's
man.
in his head.
Never leaves.
Okay, we are moving on. Young Ma or Young Ma.
Young Ma.
One very big hit.
One huge hit. Yeah.
I think this was one of the people that the one hit episode that we did. I'm pretty sure her name came up.
Yeah, no, and she kind of is a one hit wonder, but she was great. She was like a very cool look.
Very different personality.
Very different personality. But then again, it was like
I have no idea who you're talking about.
She had a
Ooh.
oh yeah.
Ooh.
She was the
You'll know it as soon as you play it.
Yeah. It was huge
like
when I was
her
in college. Yeah. But yeah, no. But it really has just been the one hit. Like at first we thought it was going to be cool and interesting.
Yeah, no.
But then it was just the one hit. I don't know. I'll probably go like a B minus.
I'm just gonna go with a C. I feel like it wasn't a big impact, and she didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, she didn't do anything wrong.
Are you guys bowing out?
Yeah, you guys
I'm bowing out. I don't know any songs.
Fair enough.
She had the one. It was called Ooh, right?
Right. It's literally called Ooh. It's 3 O's and 3 U's.
Yeah.
You will know the song as soon as I play it. Like you would know it.
Yeah.
Someone we all know and we already discussed this episode. Megan Thee Stallion. She's finally came up.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Break that down, Jasper. Hates here.
Easy.
That's bold.
I don't think it is. I mean, she clearly has kind of taken her place as a front runner in terms of like women's rap and hip hop in general, both as a performer and in terms of like cultivating a fan base. I think that
she's a massive inspiration to a lot of the younger fans.
Yeah. She's a big inspiration. She's young. She's got plenty of time to continue
bringing up other artists. True.
Yeah.
And she's dealt with a lot of adversity already. The whole Nicki Minaj situation,
and the Tory Lanez thing.
Tory Lanez thing.
And to handle those with the maturity that she's had and just been able to like keep moving and kind of focus on the career and not get bogged down.
Stand her ground.
Yeah,
I think
especially considering her demographic and what she makes, like the amount of maturity she showed.
Yeah.
Is something.
Like she had a point. There was a point with the Tory Lanez thing where she could have, I think, gone the route of basically like a female Blueface. And instead has like kept it to just making music and touring and appearing on every TV network and being not only like successful but also having an image that is not super negative in the eyes of like the general public who's not like enthusiasts, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah. No, she's like my heart and my conscience in the other room are telling me like A minus, like you have to go with an A. My one thing, and I've always said this about Megan, and we just
know what it is.
I just don't think she has had like a great album yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just
It's
don't
so
know.
close.
I think she's had some incredible. I think she's an incredible talent. I think she is. I think she. Right now, I think she's in the big three of like the three most creatively influential artists right now. I think she is absolutely one of them. but
I give her a B plus.
Yeah, I'm like
there's more for her to grow.
I'm at a B plus A minus because it's just I haven't gotten something that really satisfied me on an album level. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna go B plus. And I feel like that's just like what I need from an A tier artist. And I feel like I feel like it's a matter of time.
Yeah,
it's a matter of
like
time.
She's really capitalized on what she's had so far. But
Yeah,
I
she
agree.
Oh, definitely.
She's done everything perfectly.
Oh,
Yeah, no, definitely. And it's not like her albums are like just bad. It's just that they have felt a lot more pop. I know that it had something to do with her label, and I know this is like her first independently produced album, the one that's coming up.
Mhm.
So it's like I see really good things. So I kind of wish we had gotten this one in 4 weeks.
It's right around the corner, the self-titled, and like you said, it's not going to be underneath a label. So
Yeah,
I think it's on the way. And although I take everything into consideration, music is the biggest part, so I'm gonna go to a B plus.
yeah, I'm gonna go B plus. Yeah.
As soon as it drops, though,
Yeah.
A tier, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh
No.
yeah.
All right, but going on to the next person, Kevin Gates, the man that started a car with his fingers.
Kevin Gates, A plus.
S tier.
A plus. God, he's
Add a new tier.
he's the professor.
He said, if I'm wrong or if I'm lying, God, strike down my kids. Don't say that.
Strike them down today.
Wasn't it "May God murder my children"? Was that what he said? Something like that.
Remember when he
like that,
kicked
yeah.
the guy in the face? Kicked the girl in the face at his concert.
I love the "Don't say that."
Oh my god! But I just do unironically love Ishmael.
I like his songs too.
Dude, all my diamonds shining because they really diamonds. That's
just such
genius.
a big meme.
That is Sun
Isn't
Tzu
he the one
level
with two
poetry,
phones, right?
Yeah,
No,
two
that's Baby
phones.
Keem.
Which one?
Baby Keem is two phones.
No, two
No,
phones
no.
is Kevin Gates.
Oh, Baby Keem is two phones. You're
Oh,
right.
the
But
song.
the
My bad.
song two phones. No,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
Baby
Two
Keem
phones
does
like on
have
Baby
two
Keem
phones,
is the
correct.
whole.
yeah,
But no, two phones bangs. Really, really bangs.
yeah.
It's just like-
Satellites, dude, that song goes so hard. I like Kevin Gates.
Honestly, I like him too. And anything negative I could say is just like he's such a meme. It's like I'm not
He
taking
is a
him
meme.
seriously.
He is
so
a
like,
meme. He is a meme, and
Yeah.
I think he is like someone who could potentially start a cult. Like I do.
Valid.
and people will follow.
Yeah.
I,
I I don't know what letter to give. I honestly have no idea.
And
I'm just gonna say it.
unironically B. Unironically B.
yeah,
I
I'm going
would give a
B.
B too.
Yeah, but I would also go A plus plus. Kevin Gates has been the person giving these grades the entire way. That's how advanced he is. He's
Is he the new Little B? Like, what's going on here?
he actually is Little B if he digivolved. If you digivolve Little B,
Okay.
he becomes Kevin Gates.
The last one, I'm just gonna say outright, I am taking a bow because I've never decided to get into it. But Brandon, you've told me I needed to. Little Xan.
Lil Xan?
Yeah.
I hate Little Xan. This is F. This is an F tier artist. Purvis,
I'm going straight F.
Yeah, you bamboozler and you trickster. You are a you have
Yeah,
the spirit of
not
a
a
Guyanese trickster within you.
You believed me for a second.
Yeah. I was like, oh, did we get Run the Jewels or something? Like
Have we not gotten to Run the Jewel?
I
Not
have no
together.
idea.
We've gotten Killer Mike.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
we've gotten
yeah,
Killer
yeah,
Mike. I
yeah.
don't think we've gotten Run the Jewels.
All right, but yeah.
Yeah, no,
A-
Little
a
Xan,
nice
F.
simple one to end
F.
it.
Don't bow out. Give him an F.
You telling me you don't? Yes, I would give him an F.
Can I tell you guys something incredible?
Here we
Go
go.
on.
It's story time. All right. There's this girl who I went to college with. I'm talking like my master's program. Finished the master's program with me. very attractive, did a lot of like side work, modeling, whatever. She's in one of his music videos.
Oh, that's
Really?
funny.
And it's the one,
wild.
it's the worst one. It's with that guy who's like, I forget what his name
I don't know
is.
any of them, Jasper. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So it's one that Fantano has torn apart like on
Oh,
his show.
nice.
Okay.
That
I
doesn't
forget the
help.
other guy's name who he's with, but it's called Death 2 Mumble Rap.
Oh,
And it's like one of those series, like the second in that series. She's one of the girls in like the ski masks in the car in the video, and it's like,
Amazing.
oh my god. So I
How
can't
do you
believe this
find
is
yourself
real,
in this
dude.
situation?
Yeah.
How do you
it's-
find yourself in this situation? At least you had on a
incredible.
mask. Nobody's gotta know. No one's gonna know.
They're gonna know.
But yes,
I know.
a nice and simple and quick one to end it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
That's
Congratulations, you all
Thank you.
graduated.
Thank you. Yeah, we're all gonna go on to the next to Kevin Gates-ology. He's gonna teach
It's like
us how to start car batteries with our hands
It's just insane. His
and how
interviews
to
are
do
insane.
unnecessary jumps during your performances.
No,
And why we
he
need
has
some
no songs to be
In-
doing all that.
in tight jeans.
He's not Jaleel, all right.
Yeah. Yo,
Well,
a
we
Kevin
need
Gates
to chill.
Jaleel album. That would be.
I was gonna say, where's the new Jaleel album? That's what I'm waiting for.
That's true. It was
Jaleel's
fun.
got 3 phones.
Jaleel was at Summer Smash last year.
Yeah, it was
Yes,
at
he
Summer
was.
Smash last year. Yeah, we saw him briefly.
Yeah. And he did a flip when we saw him.
He be
It's
doing
not a
that shit.
Jaleel show if you don't get a flip. That's the Jaleel guarantee.
He
The-
came out in crutches to fake an injury and then did a flip off the
That's
screen.
amazing.
Yeah.
he's
that
Will-
video is incredible.
He's Willy Wonka.
That is some yeah. Who am walking
Summer
Willy right
Smash
now, you know what I'm
Willy
saying?
Wonka. Like,
We love that.
all right. Speaking
All right.
of which,
Yes, yes.
all right. So this was the yearly Summer Smash Festival. Jeff was with us this year.
Welcome to the crew.
first time.
Yeah. So, how did we all like it this year? It literally drove me into the ground. I could only do one day of this festival. Broke my heart that I couldn't see Chief Keef.
And you
But-
missed a hell of a show.
I know I did.
missed
Shut the
You
fuck.
missed the riot.
Yeah.
You missed the riot.
Oh, yeah, you did miss it, right? I guess should we
I'll never forgive myself for missing Chief Keef and a ride on the same day. That's literally like
still
And
the
Chief
same
Keef
thing?
didn't cause the riot.
no, that is in fact what I did here. That it wasn't that they were not necessarily related.
I think people were afraid that
Surprising.
the storm was gonna cancel the show, but
Yeah.
we made it nonetheless. So I mean, at least compared to last year, same venue. We went to the SeatGeek Stadium. The stairs still suck.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can really do about it. But they did change.
At least the Friday I was there, it was not so hot that the food place literally cooked you.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't terrible. No. They changed the angle of the main stage where they actually faced the stadium, which I think was a big improvement.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think that was the best way to lay that out.
With
Also-
it being my first year there, if they had it any other way, it would be so much smaller, I feel.
You're right.
It faced a different direction. The main stage where we saw
It was
Chief Keef at-
facing this way. It was to the right.
Right. where the
Yeah.
stage was
Apparently-
facing the
yeah.
tent instead of
Apparently-
the.
They
I
wanted
feel
it
like
that way.
that's so
Go ahead, Jeff.
that's so small, I feel.
Yeah.
It was. This was a big improvement, I feel like.
They wanted it to be so the way it was this year. They wanted it that way last year, apparently, but there was an issue where there was like a pole in the ground that they had to remove, and they couldn't do it in time. So
Okay.
this is like the main version, you know.
I think it
No, that
worked
makes
out
sense.
for the better. Yeah. But in improvement overall, I think better crowd control. I honestly thought that like slab of concrete was going to be an issue, but it wasn't at all, at least that I'm aware of. Besides that, like we said, I won't say that we grew up. We got older. Summer Smash did not. The demographic is still fairly the same. I didn't get the same feeling as last year where we were saying like, oh, like only a certain percentage paid for their own ticket and blah blah blah. but it was still relatively, the demographic was the same. The only difference was that Sunday, you could tell it was a little different because of Chief Keef.
Yeah.
Much more balanced, a lot older, similar vibe to when we saw Future. I would compare it to,
Totally.
which was a huge improvement overall.
We did see Future from VIP last year, so we
Yes.
were definitely surrounded by older people as well.
Yeah.
That is also true.
So,
But should we just do by day, I guess? Or before we do that, Jasper, are you allowed to share what happened? Do we have to cut this? Okay.
Time out.
I was gonna say.
In what context?
Just like how much can you share about the interviews? Oh, can you share anything?
Oh yeah.
okay, after some clarification that took place in the span of a single frame.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Don't you love that?
Yeah. We're gonna Jasper, just take it away.
Yeah, so Friday was pretty eventful. I only saw one show on Friday personally, but that's because I had a kind of a fun assignment for the afternoon that day, which was I was basically Nardwar's handler. Nardwar was there as a special guest to conduct interviews with people who were there to perform. He was there last year. I had a similar role last year, not quite at the same like involved level, but for half of Friday, I was basically the one carting him around, connecting him with other artists and people and things like that, taking him to get food, and then at the end of the night, taking him to the main stage so that he could try and score an interview with Travis, which unfortunately didn't happen. But during that time, there were 2 interviews that did take place that afternoon. I was lucky enough to sit on both of them. They're not out yet, so I can't specifically say, who those artists were. But it involved like me going down either before or after the artist set to the backstage of the stage in the stadium, stage 2, and then basically either chaperoning the artist and their group upstairs to Nardwar's suite where the interviews were being set up. There's like a little staging area, or bringing Nardwar's group down to try and collect an artist. And we did it once each way, where I went down and grabbed them, brought them up, and then I brought Nardwar and them down, grabbed the artist, and then all of us went back up. So it was kind of like a mix. Pretty great sitting in. Some artists are like real major fans of his and are like just obsessed with the format of his show, and you can tell just like deep down real music nerds. Others are maybe a little younger or just don't know as well, but are still like kind of blown away by the depth of his knowledge and just how hard he goes to interviews. So that was a really cool experience. And then I ended up dropping him off for Travis pretty much, who waited around for an interview. Travis didn't come out, unfortunately, just given just how crowded and busy everything was. So I think they left empty-handed that day at the end of the day, but the rest of the day was pretty fruitful.
Yes. I absolutely love Nardwar. He is so nice and so amazing.
Yeah, he is.
And he is what you see in the videos is what he's like in person. It is great.
It's not a character. It's not a character. There's no bit.
It's almost scary. Like it's great.
Just that's him. That's who he is.
I'm waiting for the day that he like brings up my second grade teacher and I like have a heart attack.
Yeah. And what's crazy is that he also, all of his notes for his work or for his interviews, he handwrites everything himself. Like he handwrites his own note cards. Yeah. He spends hours prepping things, and then he does all of his own video editing. So he has people who shoot for him, his group, but then he's the one who goes in and edits. That's why it could take there can be a lead time of 3 weeks on an episode from when it's shot to when it's published, because he's the one sitting down to do all of it. It's insane.
But it's definitely
wild.
Yeah.
I've been watching some of his highlights recently, and there's a lot of good ones out there. This man's a genius.
I was talking to
one of the goats.
I was talking to his crew about that. I was like, God, the bit that lives in my head rent free is the Travis interview. Yeah. How do you keep your pants up when you're performing? It's incredible. Belt.
Just like, what?
Yep.
Nah, I was literally just watching one with Absol when he's talking about the tattoo.
Oh,
he's just like, oh yeah, your tattoo's done by Egypt. He's like, yeah, it's done by. And he just looks up, just like, say something else and I'll smack you or something like that.
How do you? I really like the Lil Uzi one where Lil Uzi looks back at his crew who's like standing behind the camera, like he know too much.
Right.
What Kanye do? And then like
that's scary.
My God.
Great guy, love him.
No.
And I got my second photo, so that's my highlight, to be honest.
That photo came out real good.
Yeah, it was.
I'm happy with that one.
Well,
Me and Brandon were in the pits. For
Yeah.
Travis, I
yeah.
almost died at Destroy Lonely.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was insane.
Yeah. I got the shit knocked out of me by a 16-year-old girl at Flo Millie. The fucking.
But not for good. I won't say for good reasons.
No,
but
not for good reason.
other
No,
reasons
nothing
as
at all.
well.
I was just existing, and they wanted to get closer, so they hit me like a fucking running back. It was insane.
That's
better than the Big Sean situation. So
Yeah, no, it was nothing like that.
Dude,
Yeah,
yeah.
And then I saw that Mexican OT, which was probably the best set I've seen at Summer Smash so
Yeah.
far.
I caught a little bit of that from
it was
up near Nardwar, and it was
it was nuts. I was pretty far close up, and the energy was insane. When I was heading out, and it's kind of hard to tell, especially towards the end of the day, when it's like, oh, is this? Because by the time I left, which I left during his last song, because I knew Cactus Jack was not going to start on time. I was like, a lot of the crowd had filed out, and I'm like, oh, is this part of a great migration, or was I just up real close and the crowd wasn't as big? Because the crowd for Flo Millie was insane.
Yeah.
It was an insanely huge crowd. So I was too close to judge how many people were actually there. But yeah, it was nuts. And yeah, it was an excellent performance. I did not expect that level of pyrotechnics and stage work and stuff.
Stage 2 was a big improvement from last year.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
The only person who really rocked stage 2 last year, really, I think, well, there's two, Glorilla and T Grizzly. Yeah. And maybe Vince Staples. Vince Staples did pretty good because it was a night when you could really
it matches his vibe. Yeah.
And honestly, I didn't see a ton of Lil Durk set from then, but I think people were just excited about Lil Durk. They weren't excited about his production. So
yeah,
just seeing him was enough, to be honest.
Yeah,
for a lot of people over there.
But yeah,
capitalizing on that stage is tough, and I think they've done a better job this year. But
But yeah, no,
I will say. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say we spent most of the time on the ground. We spent a lot of time interviewing people. That probably more people have seen our interviews now than
our podcast,
this show.
Yeah.
So by a massive
way
factor.
More.
So, and we were out there. Yeah, we were out there getting footage in the pits, and let me tell you, who was it that we went? Was it Filthy? Where the three of us were there?
Oh yeah,
dude,
under the tent.
I was trying to warn you.
It was wild, dude. I got caught in one of those mosh pits, and it was nuts,
bro. As soon as the beat dropped, I looked back at Jeff and I was like, "Brandon's not ready." It just collapsed.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was wild.
Like, no, it's filthy.
Yeah.
All you need to hear is that ring, and then Playboy Cardi comes on, and they just lose their mind.
Is it so? Is that the chime? Is it an actual walkie-talkie tone? Because that's what people were saying. It's like a walkie-talkie tone with distortion and reverb or something.
It's similar. It's close enough.
Yeah,
or something like that. But yeah, that was actually very dope. But yeah, we actually got a lot of interviews. Everybody was very nice. Besides that,
I have a quick shout out to make actually based on that. Shout out to Sammy. I want to make sure I'm saying the last name right. Sammy Alekny, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sammy Alekny, who slid into the DMs post you all uploading these different interviews and things, just with the simple message, "You finna be huge."
Yeah,
appreciate you, Sammy.
We love that.
Yeah, we love that.
We'll do our best.
Next year we're gonna go even bigger.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I guess we kind of went through all of the shows leading up to the final act. So should we break down Cactus Jack and the reactions?
Yeah,
because you guys were literally in the pit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was deep in there. I was actually 25 feet from you and Jasper.
Yeah. I was not
in the pit.
We were.
I was not.
We were central.
Yeah, I was not that far from you guys. I was just in the other direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was in the pit too. And
where I was, they were more fascinated by what was going on center stage.
Yeah,
a lot of people were, which is interesting to me.
Very,
like front of house. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of felt bad for Sofego, but like I guess that's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
It is
And
what it is.
when you see Cole Bennett destroy Lonely
Yeah.
and Ski
Ski
Mask,
mask,
Yeah.
yeah, just chilling. Everyone is taking out their photos, turning around, trying to get their attention. But yeah, Sofego came out. I feel like people just kind of glazed over it. Shaq West came out after him, and like there were some hits, but
It was okay.
yeah, he was okay.
I gotta
like
say,
Mo Bamba.
and I have like when that Mexican OT's DJ played Mo Bamba, the people around me got more hyped than when they actually played it at Travis.
That's hilarious.
oh,
It-
not by me.
Yeah,
Not by
like
me.
it wasn't until Fuck Shaq West that people got actually into the pits, but no
Like,
one.
Oh, it got even worse.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it was where I was like, because there's the thing, it started a half hour late, and like people were booing and leaving, and then
Yeah.
when Sofego came out, they started booing and leaving some more, like
Which is kind of crazy.
yeah, which is
Why
kind
would you
of
leave the headliner performance? That doesn't make any sense.
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I do think I don't care so much that they were a half hour late because they did do a full hour set that they said they were going to do. So,
Yeah, there's no curfew out there.
but like you do that, and then you start with Sofego, and then Shaq
Yeah,
West. You know, I
But,
thought
like, what
even
what
Don
are people
Tolliver,
supposed
they
to
were kind of
expect?
booing.
I think people
Yeah,
just
that's
what they
expected.
expect.
I think people literally expected it to be a Travis Scott concert.
It
Yeah, but
says
they didn't
Cactus Jack
advertise
on
it.
It says
there,
Cactus.
yeah.
Ideally, I think would have been the best outcome would have been something similar as yesterday, as Travis Scott is out pulling out people from Cactus Jack while he's performing.
Yeah,
I think that would have made sense, similar to how Kendrick Lamar is out
just-
there. He's bringing out people
Yeah.
from TDE Black
And, like,
Hippies
once
as
again-
he's performing.
Mhm.
once again, who's the type of person who goes to Summer Smash?
True.
You know, so but
mean-
but then again, you got like this is just what was going on.
Mhm.
Like I was kind of shocked at it too, and
Mhm.
then like it was quiet. Like it was like I have so many because we were doing like the whole like mosh pit videos,
Yeah,
like everything pre Travis coming out. Like I would see a pit opening, I would start recording because that's how you do that, and like then nothing would happen.
Yeah, the crowd
Yeah.
was chilling.
Like everyone was just chilling, right? And you know, I think on with Don Tolliver, you can kind of chalk that up to like the kind of music he makes.
the
a
kind
certain-
of
Or
music,
that he's
and he
been
was
here,
playing
like-
newer
Yeah.
music as well.
Yeah,
So like people didn't
Uh,
know the new songs either.
yeah, because he
Yeah.
was playing
or
music.
that he's been here like 5 times in the last 4 years.
Yeah,
That is also true.
yeah,
That is also very true. He's
Yeah.
been touring a lot.
yeah.
I
So,
think what
I-
they tried to do, and ultimately, because they can't compare in that sense, which is wild to say this, but I think they tried to do the opium thing, which I think in the format of opium, it would have been way more successful because opium, the quote unquote smaller acts are still like huge acts specifically for that crowd. Like they went crazy for Destroy
Ken Car-
Lonely.
and
Yeah.
Ken
They went
Carson.
crazy for Ken Carson. Like those would have been considered the smaller acts, and like those are huge acts for that crowd. So I think they tried to copy what Opium was going to do on their tour that ultimately got canceled to no one's surprise. But they just can't do it like Opium can, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I thought it was like two. Like I thought I thought Sofego and Shaq West were kind of lame, and then Don Tolliver I thought was like cool, but like honestly less impressive than the last time we saw him.
He was literally in a house on a stage last
Yeah.
time we saw him. So
Yeah,
think-
I just meant like his own performance, you know,
Mm.
because like he was still doing the thing where he was like, he would like say like one lyric and then like mumble through the other one, and like once Travis Scott got on stage, shit changed for me at least. So like
Yes.
as far as like my personal enjoyment of the show, like shit changed. But as you guys said, it's not a Travis Scott concert. So it's like I can't sit here and like be like, oh, half the show I thought was like real bad and was a half hour late, and then once Travis comes out, then it was like, okay, now it's like would have happily seen an hour of Travis.
mhm. For
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, seeing Can't Say live, like that song will never not give me goosebumps.
Yeah. And like the way they did it, where he just like they just came out like literally quite
walked out,
the
yeah.
second Travis jumped on stage, Like, obviously, it's going to change the crowd.
Mhm.
So I'm not even counting that. I'm talking about like my own personal enjoyment. I feel like the second Travis came on stage, it became a different story, and I thought it was great.
And let's not forget the announcement of Jack Boys 2.
Yeah, that
Did
is.
they give a date? I don't think they
He
gave a
said
date. All right.
They didn't give a date, but they said that they're working on it,
Yeah.
or that
Thank
they're
God.
thinking about working on it. Which
Yeah, there's
more or
no
less
way
means
he
that
says
they're
it.
gonna work
and
on it.
Yeah.
It was
It's
nothing more
been-
than a tease, but
It's
been
been
a
long
while.
enough.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Yeah. And
No.
We didn't hear
they're
it
way
enough.
better as a group. Okay. They're way better as a group now than they were previously. So like,
yeah, I don't
Maybe-
doubt that. I'm into it. The idea of another Jack Boys album. I just thought it was like a very minor tease. Not nothing. Definitely worth talking about.
yeah.
But
Make
But
it
yeah.
short again, please.
Yeah.
It was a good format.
yeah, but yeah, no, I liked when Travis Scott got on set. Once Travis Scott got on set, did his thing, I was like, okay, that was sick.
You know. But I think that was mostly Friday. Nothing too crazy after that happened.
Except for Chief.
And it, yeah, well, leading up into Saturday.
Oh
as
yeah.
well. Yeah. Well, you weren't there at all.
No, yeah. After this,
And-
I'm just gonna kind of hang out.
Yeah. Jasper, you had to leave early, unfortunately.
I did. I actually went to another show at the House of
Yes.
Blues. Fuck that
Mm.
venue.
Such a bad dude.
It's terrible, dude. There's no
Every
good
time I
views
go.
from anywhere. It's awful. Oh my god. Like I didn't mind
Terrible.
it for Mick Jenkins, but this time around, not good.
Yeah, I understand. Even the VIP is just a stool in the
You need
middle
a-
of the fucking floor.
You need a box if you're gonna be comfortable, and those are minimum $100 upcharge on your ticket.
It's ridiculous. I'm
Wow.
sorry you had to go back there.
Pain.
But yeah, we were on the scene. We got there around, I don't know, maybe like 5-ish or something like that. 4 or
Yeah,
5.
I think it was around 4 or 5,
Yeah.
something like that.
As soon as we got there, we got to go see Mick Jenkins perform Waters. And
And
man,
we got there right as he started.
yes, I forget
he
how good
killed
that
it.
album is.
That album's
He
incredible.
Killed it.
It
It
was
was
so
so
good.
good. And that was honestly, out of all the shows in terms of like crowd involvement of like seeing really true fans, that was probably one of the better ones that I've seen. We saw a couple of old heads like literally like teacher Mick. And I'm like, bro. Man's wearing like jorts and everything. I'm like, oh, I love this guy.
Yeah.
He's here for the vibes. But very, very dope to see that. After that, we saw Lil Tech on the same stage. We're a little bit further back from him, but I think a good show overall. I don't know. Lil Tech is not high on my list, but I think he performed well.
I mean, I think he puts on a good stage performance. Haven't really listened to much of his music, but
Yeah,
when you see him live, I think it's different than what you hear on streaming.
Did he perform
and,
this
and
My
the
Life?
hits I recognize. Say it one more time.
Did he perform This My Life?
I think so.
The lyrical song he's on for All Is Yellow?
Actually, I don't recall hearing any All Is Yellow this weekend, which is kind of surprising now that you mentioned.
False, sir. We
I don't
saw
recall hearing
Lil Yachty and we saw Chief Keef both perform Say Your Grace.
Yeah.
You saw the same
He did
song
Sneaker Good?
twice.
Correct. From 2 different artists. Got
Did
some
Yachty
money
do it?
on the way.
Oh, I remember Chief
Uh,
keep doing it. I don't remember Yachty.
Yachty closed out with it.
Oh, that's okay. I'm not gonna lie, and we'll get to Yachty in a second.
What was the song again?
Say Your Grace.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I was
No.
gonna say, are you sure?
No, for
Yeah, I'm
Tekka,
looking
for Tekka, it's My Life or This My Life, whatever it's called.
No, you said Lil Yachty did, and I was like, are you sure? Because I just
No, he did. They played it at the very end. I was leaving. I had to go take the cart.
Oh,
and
yeah,
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 they,
yeah.
they played it.
Unless it's not on
No,
the set
Tekka
list.
didn't play it. Tekka didn't play it.
Tekka didn't play
My
his.
Life.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
That's
got you.
wild. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, he mostly played like his TikTok songs, to be honest. Also, again, I'll get to Lil Yachty in a second. There was a part that I really didn't like.
Oh,
anyway,
yeah, we'll talk about that.
Jesus Christ. But anyway, after Lil Tekka, we went to go like get some food and chill, and then we saw Lucky, or we heard Lucky He's still
Not
not good at performing at all, but his music is pretty good. But yeah, he
Out of
cannot
shape.
perform at all. He is not in shape. Yeah, just say it how it is. He's not in shape at all. He wasn't singing. He wasn't moving. It's bad. But that was the same as last year. As we were watching or waiting for Ski Mask to come on after Lucky, we saw Kodak Black in the distance and we overheard it.
Bad vibes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I heard
I'm not
that
gonna
was
lie.
atrocious.
Yes.
It started a half hour late. It ended early. Cole Bennett had to bring him back out, sing happy birthday for him to put on the encore.
Yeah. And the fact that you have an encore at a festival doesn't even make sense. He just left because he got hit with a water bottle, which I understand being upset about that. But
And me and Purvis are just morons. We're thinking of the same song he's going to close out with, just calling it different names.
yeah, we did pull out the last name. I had the first half, you had the second half.
What song
I
is it?
thought it was
Super Gremlins.
Super Gremlins.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought
And
it
I
was
was
just
saying
Gremlins.
Superstars.
Incredible.
But
That's
yeah,
funny.
I will say from a distance, I'm not gonna lie. For a second, I was like, man, I feel like we're missing a lot because it sounded good, and like we saw
But-
like half of one of the screens. But yeah, it apparently was a horror show. He was just dancing the
I
whole
guess
time. Left
Not
early.
even singing on the mic. It was just terrible. Like people were leaving his set.
Yeah, it's very on par of what you would expect out of a Kodak Black concert.
And-
Unfortunately,
You can only hope he would change, but
he's not.
no.
No.
But luckily we did stay. You know, we got a good view for Ski Mask. We got a nice little view from the side on the aerial, and it was nice. It was dope. I really enjoyed the set that he put on, but I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it, to be honest. I think maybe I just I'm falling out of my passion for Ski Mask. The new album kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
I
But
mean, he did a couple Juice World covers. I mean,
Yeah.
it was the first time he did Part the Sea, first time he did Hulk, first time he did Head Rush Live.
he did a lot of Juice WRLD songs. He did a lot of X songs too. That's
Yeah,
like a-
yeah,
Yeah, that was how it was at
yeah.
Juice WRLD
R.I.P.
Day.
Roach, Look at Me.
Half the
Juice-
songs weren't his songs.
Juice WRLD Day and Lyrical Lemonade 10 Year. He came out for both. Salt Shed and United Center. He did tributes to both. So same thing, where it's like
Yeah.
he's part of the trilogy of, or like the the trinity of them, but at the same time it's like, come on, man, just like do your
Mhm.
thing.
You do have your own music that people
Stand,
are
stand on
hearing.
your own 2 feet, you know.
Exactly. I keep trying to give him this grace of he's the only one that can do this, but it's not even necessary at this point. But yeah, I
I mean-
think overall good.
15 of the 25 songs he sang were his own.
Okay, a little over half then. Yeah,
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at the set list right now.
not bad.
60%.
But he closed out the second stage, and then to be honest, we took off. Playboy Cardi was closing out the main stage. Jeff, you don't even listen to Playboy Cardi, and I saw him
I'll
last
listen
year.
to him.
So
But I mean, it looked like he did a hell of a show.
yes,
He did Fiend. He did pretty much all of his hits. He had a bunch of all new songs, live debuts.
yes.
It was
An announcement, I'm pretty sure, of some nature for the album. I did hear it was way better than last year's.
yeah,
Yeah, Hood by Air for the first time, right?
Yeah,
That's
a
cool.
lot of songs for the first time, to be
yeah.
honest.
Which
Hood
is
by
pretty
Air
cool.
for the first time. 2024 for the first time. Ketamine. Backrooms. All Red. Wagon. Different Day.
Yeah.
Evil Jordan. He even did Carnival.
Yeah. He did the song with Future that just came out. Future and Travis. What's that called?
Type shit.
Yes, he did
Oh,
that. I
yeah.
did
I
hear
totally
that
forgot
when we were
about that
leaving,
song.
which is a pretty big one. So yeah, I mean, much better than last year. Last year, not that it was a bad show. I just remember like epilepsy warnings, like nonstop. It was just black and white flashing, and that's what I remember.
That's
And lots of
exactly
screaming.
that's exactly how it was the first time I saw him. He did basically only a whole lot of red, nothing
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
And that was at UIC, much smaller venue, much more
Very-
smoke, many more lights.
bad conditions for
Yeah.
everything that's going on.
Just for like 45 minutes.
But yeah. But moving on to last day, the main day. We did a lot of moving around, so we didn't see too much. We were around for Waka Flocka Flame, and we got to see him as we walked past, kind of wave to him or whatever.
Yeah.
We were around for Ken Carson as well, and he had a great show that, at least from what we can tell. And then Lil Yachty, one of the main acts that we were able to see. So, Jasper, how do you feel about him bringing out Ian? I just want to get to the point. I hate it.
I didn't know
him
who.
bringing him out, dude.
I did not know who Ian was until that exact moment.
What?
Well,
yeah,
what,
same
what
here.
happened?
So Lil Yachty brought out Ian, who is what is Ian? What is he described? What is he self-described as?
I don't know what he describes himself as, but at least from what I know about Ian prior to Sunday, he just dropped an album called Valedictorian.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that album. I heard it's real bad.
Yes,
And a lot of people are think he's an industry plant.
yes, absolutely. It's a very memey album. It's just some random white kid, in my opinion, and he came out to Lil Yachty's infamous walkout that he did at
He did the
like,
same
first Summer
walkout,
Smash.
early Summer
And it
Smash,
was so
yeah.
bad nobody really realized, to be honest.
No,
And
I mean a lot of people were definitely realizing that because it was on a lot of. It was all over Twitter.
yes, I
It
did
was
see
all
on
over Instagram.
at least in person. I didn't see anyone go like, "Oh my god, the walkout!"
Guys, can we just? I need to pause. Time out.
Okay.
This is weird. I'm on his Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
Date of birth, May 29th, 2005. What the fuck?
Jeez.
Time
Okay.
isn't real.
We're getting.
I don't like
Yeah.
We're
this.
getting old. We're getting old.
Oh my god.
I hate this game.
I understand the industry plan thing now.
Yeah, so that was his first mixtape, Valedictorian. It's
Awesome.
charted at 14 on US,
It is
bubbling
very
under Hot
memey.
100.
Yeah, it's a lot of TikTok stuff.
Yeah, although apparently when he started as early as 2018, just doing stuff on SoundCloud, and he did mixing for a bunch of popular artists, including Chief Keef. So he's been around a while in like a background kind of role, and now he's got his own solo career, I guess.
I suppose. I just don't understand why Yachty brought him out.
I don't know.
It was such a weird
is.
response that like Yachty literally stopped the first song and made him redo it.
Yeah, that's so funny. He yeah, I mean he released a video single recently with Lyrical for the song Figure It Out. Like that was a Lyrical project. So maybe that's the connection. I don't know.
I guess. I don't know. It just left a bad taste. But
like it didn't sound bad. The crowd seemed into it. Like I know that it's a younger demographic, whatever. People were not like clamoring for his head like they were for Kodak.
yeah, no, they weren't just like booing along. Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, so like it was whatever. I didn't think it was anything like, super exciting, but I think that's the thing for a lot of new younger artists now is it takes time to find your sound and your style that reflects you, and not just to be like a carbon copy of somebody else. You know,
I guess that's true.
we'll
I don't
see.
know.
We'll see what happens.
With the combination of that and Yachty having the exact same set list, at least I think, as last year, it was nice to listen to it, but it was nothing crazy. I do want Yachty to. I know it's not really the place to do it, so maybe not at Summer Smash, but I would like to see him dive into Let's Start Here. I would like to see him dive into It's Us Volume 1 with like the collab in this group. Like, why not bring out your own group? Like he literally has a group, and he didn't bring out any of them.
What did Yachty open with? It was the Chin song, Chin.
Something like that.
Give Me Delight.
Yeah, that's a new song technically. Like that's from this year.
Yeah, I guess
that's Southside and Yachty. That's a cover.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just kind of over Yachty. But anyway. And then we had the main deal. Like this is what we all came for. I don't know about you guys. Yeah, but it felt weird. Like walking into the park that day felt weird. It was like a weird aura around, and everybody's like super anxious.
A
The
sinister
security was
energy.
crazy. Yeah, and it was, and again, maybe what also helps that is that the demographic was very different, where you see a lot of older people, so maybe a lot more seriousness, but to being at the concert.
I also think there was so much more security that
Yes,
they were taking, so much more security measures they were taking with Chief Keef.
right.
Yeah.
And it didn't help with the rain delay causing so much
No,
commotion everywhere. So yeah, it was a
no,
lot.
that didn't help at all.
Right. But we finally got him. He came out, and I'm not gonna lie, probably one of the better concerts I've ever seen. I forget how many hits Chief Keef has. It was such
Top
a
tier.
moment. Brought out his daughter, brought out G Herbo. It was just a lot going on.
And I was even calling that. I figured it's his first show back. I know G
Yep.
Herbo was politicking for him to get back in Chicago, so I was just like, he has to come out.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm not gonna lie, all the very famous songs that we joke about every DJ playing at the beginning, I was like, it's not gonna hit that hard. It
Yeah,
It-
no, you're silly for thinking that.
I should
it hit very different.
I
It
should
hit
show
so
you
much
all.
harder.
I
Yeah.
should show you all the video I have of Love Sosa being performed because I
Love
was
Sosa.
I can't really talk about it. I was in a pretty cool spot for that where I had a good view. But yeah, that's you will see.
Finito, dude. Yeah,
That was wild.
there was a lot of he played old songs, new songs, classics, and everyone around us was singing. It was insane. It was a great experience, absolutely great experience. And it seems like we're gonna get a lot more Chief Keef this summer. At least I'm hoping so.
Yeah, I would. I'm hoping now I have to go to his first show in Chicago proper.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
It is a
that-
must see. After 12 years, which is crazy to say, I don't like. I'm glad that he was at Summer Smash, but I don't think it's an appropriate return. He needs like his own concert and just go crazy
Yeah,
and sell out some huge venue.
he needs to be at Lollapalooza.
Yes, that would be perfect.
So,
You know
like,
what? Screw it.
I actually
Do
feel like
Soldier Field. He
I
would
just-
sell it out.
oh yeah, no, that would be.
He would
That's how
sell
you
it
just
out.
get rid of Soldier Field, which might be on the cards, which might,
You know what?
might
We
be
need
a
to
thing the
rebuild.
city needs.
Make
What
it
if the
so.
what if the future mayor, I don't know, me, is like, all right, we need to get rid of.
Bring in Sosa.
Get me on the phone with the only man for the job, Chief Keef Sosa. 24-hour Chief Keef concert. No more Soldier Field left.
Just
No
burn it all down.
survivors.
So
But
like,
no, it was crazy. Like he
I've
has to
seen
be doing
video.
something on that.
yeah, I've seen videos. It looked fucking bananas. I am. Yeah, I woke up on Sunday morning with a 102-degree fever and vomiting excessively.
And you were the
I'm
most hyped
ready
for
to fight
this.
it.
Huh?
And you were the most hyped for this.
Dude, I love Chief Keef. I fucking have. Oh, I've loved Chief Keef since like 2013, 14? It's fucking nuts. I was very upset, but I would have literally died in those fields. Like if I woke up and I wasn't sick, I probably would have been just fine. I'll give you.
And he was like a half hour late.
Yep.
Yeah. If I woke up and I wasn't sick on Saturday, like my bones and muscles had recovered enough. But then I just,
Fight through it.
if I had not had a fever, I probably would have went. But then it was like, oh, I can't.
Fever's
There's just
tough.
too much going on.
Fever's tough. In the summer,
Yeah, it was hot.
yeah, fever's
It
tough.
was a hot one.
It was hot.
Yeah. So
It's only getting hotter.
yeah, no, Summer Smash seems like wild success. Rip roaring success.
Cole Bennett did it again.
Yeah, no, I think this was at least from like what I could perceive, I thought it was much better laid out and ran. I've always think Summer Smash has had a pretty high bar for audio quality, but it seemed like it was even better this year. Although it seems like the only problems have been some of the performances, which
That's something you can't really control.
That's something you can't control. That's an artist on artist basis. You know, you will get
Yeah.
those problems everywhere. You know, and I guess like, you know, at least when Kodak Black goes on and everyone hates him, at least then you have someone to hate. You know, like when I saw Don Tolliver crash and burn at Lollapalooza, it was for no fault of Don's. It was his audio tech was falling apart.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's true. There you go. 10 out of 10. We'll do it again. Probably will.
yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there next year. Like,
All right. Shall
all
we?
right. Another concert to talk about.
And even
Probably the
bigger
biggest one of the year.
Yeah, this is the biggest. Yeah,
It's
this
one
is,
of the decade. I don't care what anyone says.
this is insane. Okay, so we're talking about the Kendrick Lamar's Pop Out. The Pop Out.
Pop out Ken and Friends.
Oh my god!
And boy, did he
Now,
pop
did we
out.
all watch it?
I watched the
Yeah.
whole thing.
I did not.
Start to finish.
I watched the entire thing.
I didn't know this was happening.
Bruh.
I saw the thing about it in the group chat. I didn't know it was happening. I was out last night.
I would have left.
I woke up to it all over my feed, and that's the only thing anybody's talking about today, and that's about it. And I've
It
seen
is
the clips,
really
the clips of people dancing in the crowd singing along to "They Don't Like Us," and that's all.
Oh
it
yeah.
was an
Yeah.
insane concert. It was
I'm-
essentially broken down. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm so happy that everyone who wanted to, and except Jasper, was able to see the debut performance of Not Like Us.
Shout out to Amazon.
Yeah,
Prime.
not just
Can't
that.
believe it's insane.
Euphoria
Euphoria. Yeah, which I thought was,
and 616 in
And
LA.
616.
you did all of them. And like that.
Yes,
like
and
that.
like that. Literally.
We just needed BBL Drizzy.
Jeez.
Oh my god! Can you imagine if that's
mercy.
the opener?
Have mercy.
I think we're
Like-
gonna get that at Lollapalooza.
Well, we're 100% going to get a BBL jersey competition at Lollapalooza.
It's insanity.
Yeah.
Fake.
But yeah, no, it talk about a fucking head, like a collection. So many artists.
Yeah. Super dope. He broke it down into 3 segments. The first segment would seem to be mostly for local artists. I believe it was DJ Kid who was being the DJ for all of them.
DJ Head.
Or DJ Head. There we go. I couldn't remember if it was Kid or Head. But a lot of local artists and smaller artists were performing with him.
Yeah. I knew West Side Boogie. That was the only one I knew.
Yes. I only knew Rayvon and West Side Boogie, to be honest. The rest I'm not too familiar with.
I think I'd heard of Jay Worthy.
Yeah, probably Jay Worthy. But dude brought out Tommy the Clown, which is like kind of insane.
Yeah,
That's wild.
Okay, so tell me, like, I don't know who Tommy the Clown is.
I will say in the moment, seeing the clown, I was like, I don't know what's going on. I had to do a little bit of research, but Tommy the Clown has been around like prior to my generation, and he has been a large influence out of LA for like bringing up the youth essentially and like being a part of a dance group. And surprisingly enough, I missed this. Vince Staples talks about Tommy the Clown on the recent album. I didn't even realize.
I knew that. Like, I had heard it on the album. Like, I was
Right.
aware of like the legend, but I didn't know anything about it. Like, I was aware that somewhere in LA there was a man named Tommy the Clown. That was about it. Like,
And he's
It's a
not
good
wearing
start.
Juggalo makeup.
But he closed out the first segment of the concert. He brought out like 5 or 6 guys, 5 or 6 girls, and then like a really small kid, probably like a
yeah.
8-year-old or something. And they were all dancing and like freestyling and doing all this stuff. Really dope to see. Meant a lot for the culture, just like in general. Seeing something like that, being around, helping the community. And they also promoted, I believe they said something like June 29th, they have something going on. So should be dope to tap into that for those that are interested. They had a small break, and then came out DJ Mustard, and he was DJing for a lot of bigger names. So he did a lot of his hits first, some Big Sean songs, some Tyga songs, a whole bunch of other stuff. And then he started off with Blast, who came out, who's been coming up lately. He brought out Don Kennedy, which is Unc, who a lot of people have not heard in a very long time. Followed up by Steve Lacy, which was a sharp shift in personality and attitude, but boy did
Kind of
it hit.
surprising.
That
Very
was
surprised.
the most surprising one, I would say, was Steve Lacy. But I thought it was great.
It fit. I didn't know he was from LA. So
Yeah.
And to be honest, a perfect transition into Tyler, which like that was the first moment that you heard the crowd like lose it.
Yeah.
Like
No,
insane. Right
Tyler was wild. Yeah. And listen, I love the little buddy arc that Tyler and Kendrick are having right now. Like
we need some music soon.
dude, if there's two artists I want to collab right now, it's Kendrick Lamar and Tyler the Creator. I think that'd be great.
Put him as a feature on the Hillbillies project.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what needs to happen.
Yes.
Or just give
But
them their
coming-
own buddy cop comedy.
Or do that.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
'cause they
Buddy-
can both act.
Buddy firefighters, ACAB.
Fair enough. Okay.
Hey, I mean, it works with the earthquake video.
Okay. I'll give you that too.
Yeah.
You know what? We're here for it. Make them firefighters. But yeah, he did What's Your Name, and then he did Earthquake.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, coming out in your own designer clothes has to be one of the biggest flex you could do.
Yeah.
Like that's
Correct.
amazing. It's so dope. Right after that, they went into a Nipsey Hussle tribute. I believe they played like 2 or 3 songs. It's really touching, really nice. And then they brought out Roddy Ricch, who I
Yeah.
also didn't know was from LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he played, I think, like 2 newer songs and then went straight into the box and everyone lost their mind. It was great.
Yeah.
But classic song, absolutely classic.
Yeah.
And then ended it off with YG, the most LA artist I can think of in my life. He came out in red bottom dress shoes. He is such a blood. Like
Insane. But it was good
But,
as shit.
he was amazing. I think
Yeah.
he played like 5 or 6 songs, and man,
I remember we
the
saw
fact-
a little bit of YG at Lalo the year we went to go see Big Sean and J.
Yes.
Cole.
Yep.
And yeah, no, he's great.
he is phenomenal. And the fact that Drake tried to bring up YG doing the disses, and now he's here. It's a very nice touch.
It's so funny. Dude, so funny
But,
that a Drake diss led to this.
He really
that
brought
on a
the
shirt,
people together.
Just like a photo of Kendrick in front of the crowd, and just a Drake diss led to this.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
No, it has to
Yeah.
be the photo of him with all the different gangs.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he has like a
Yeah.
level of gang
Culture.
unity at this event to come
I
out
mean-
to call Drake a pedophile.
It's
Yeah.
I've
I mean,
never seen
DeMar
any-
DeRozan was on stage.
Russell
was
Westbrook.
also-
Nuts.
It was crazy.
If you were from LA and you were there,
Yeah.
you were on
You
stage.
were on stage.
Yeah.
The only person that wasn't allowed to go up there was LeBron, and that's because Savannah stopped him. But yes.
Get that Cleveland Miami shit out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really dope to see. Which of course, as we're talking about, led into the third and final act. Kendrick came out and opened up with Euphoria. Jesus.
I mean,
Insane.
before we get into the set list, we have to talk about him coming out in his outfit honoring
Yes.
Tupac from the 94 Source Awards
Yes.
30 years ago.
Baller.
Insane. Insane.
Everything has a meaning.
All eyes on me,
Literally
and I'm going to give it up to Pac.
like, come on.
Yep.
An
Like,
absolute banger.
Yeah.
This
Unfathomably
is some
based.
shit you would see Tupac do back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Someone said he came out in Nike socks. They tried to look it up and their phone restarted or something. It was like
Yep.
there were
Yep.
so many memes. My favorite one that I saw was just like, Tupac, if you are alive, tonight's the night.
Yeah,
Like, come
it was
on.
like- Yeah.
Do it now.
Make it
But
happen.
amazing. Just to break down because it's not a super long.
Yeah, it was not.
set list.
It was a very long concert in total.
'Cause he
But
did
I mean,
not
it was
like
an
those
hour.
5
That's
times.
usually
no, I don't mean Kendrick. I mean like the whole thing.
Yeah, I think it
Oh,
was
yeah.
3 hours in total.
Yeah. And then yeah,
Um,
but I thought Kendrick had a pitch perfect song.
Every song, DNA, Element, All Right,
Dude, how do
Swimming
you-
Pools.
All Right is one of the greatest live songs of all time.
It will
Yeah.
always hit. This
Yeah.
man is a legend. I don't care.
Dude, when Money Trees happened, I almost cried. I almost
I'm-
cried on my couch in my own house when Money Trees happened. I cried.
Dude, Money Tree is
It
such a
was
classic. And
wild.
then J Rock comes out He does Win and King's
Oh my
Dead.
god.
And I kept screaming, Future, come
Dude,
out.
I
know you're
wanted
not from
Future
here,
to
but
be
I
there
don't care.
so bad. I wanted Future to be there so bad. I wanted like that with Future so bad.
It would have been perfect.
Did he do Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe?
No.
Damn.
No, he didn't. No, he
No, he did
didn't.
not.
He did like the biggest hits.
I would say
He
it
didn't
seems
do
like more of a high
anything-
energy thing.
Yeah, he didn't do. It was a lot of high energy. He didn't do anything off Mr. Morale.
Yeah, no.
It
No.
checks out.
He did all the disses though. He did Euphoria, 616. No, he
And
did.
having Absol coming out for them to do 616 was
Yep.
wild.
Actually, he
Absolutely.
didn't do Meet the Grams because he was smart.
Yes,
Like,
he didn't. 'Cause Jesus, please.
I wanted the Alchemist to come out in a Grim Reaper's costume and play the beat on a piano. Like-
Incredible.
That would be dope. It would. But we got a Black Hippies reunion. Yeah, right
I
after J-Rock.
love that, dude. That was the best part of the entire thing was that part Black Hippie remix because it's so much better
It is.
than the
It
OG.
is so much better.
That part, yeah. And I love Black Hippie, dude. I'm so happy we got this.
I mean,
Amazing.
When
Collard
I-
Green still hits.
When I saw
Still
Schoolboy
hits.
Q come on stage, I was like, oh my
This is the
god.
moment. This is what I've been
and we're
waiting.
gonna see him next month.
I'm so
Yes,
excited.
I'm very excited.
Literally, one
we
month
need
from
to
today.
all learn how to crip walk by then.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got the Black Hippies remix, a nice little reunion. We got King Kunta, we got Mad City, we got Humble, like that, and then Dr. Dre comes out. The legend.
Perfect.
Have
Yeah.
mercy, please.
Yeah.
Still
He
Dre.
does Still Dre and California Love covering Tupac's part.
Yes.
I would have
really
loved
wanted Snoop Dogg to come out, dude.
I wanted Snoop. I was like, where's Snoop Dogg? You can get Snoop Dogg to be anywhere. Where's Snoop Dogg? Like,
He was there. He was
He's doing
there.
he's doing a side quest somewhere.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
there. He was there.
There was a
Yeah,
couple
'cause
people.
it was
SZA was
Gin and
there.
Juice.
Wasn't on stage. Yeah,
Yeah. SZA was there and not on stage. The Weeknd was there and not on stage.
not on stage. Vince Staples wanted to go. He's on tour.
He
in
literally,
Europe.
he
Literally
tweeted
couldn't go.
out that if he would have known Tommy the Clown was there, he would have like canceled the
Yeah.
tour. Like,
Literally. Which
uh,
I feel.
apparently he was supposed to perform.
Exactly. I mean, it would have made sense. It would have been dope.
Yeah.
It would have fit in perfect.
Oh yeah, Vince Staples is the artist who like was most sorely missed from this.
Absolutely.
Oh,
100, except for maybe Baby Keem.
Baby
Yeah,
Keem.
it was kind of weird that he wasn't there. But
Yeah.
is Baby King from LA? I have no idea. I've never looked.
I have no idea either. I just because there was one part where he stops the music and starts talking about family, and I'm like, "Give
Family
me
ties.
trumpets, give me
Yeah. Do
it, do it.
trumpets."
He's from Carson, California.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of close.
A
Close
little
enough.
outside, but also he's half of the hillbillies. So like,
Right.
Yeah, but they didn't
Come
do
on.
the hillbilly song. They didn't do.
No.
They didn't do Family Ties. It was Kendrick. It was all
Kendrick
his-
was on a mission. Yes.
Yeah.
It was the disses, the Black Hippies, and his hits.
and then we get
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
like
Right
us.
after California Love, he comes over and whispers. He says, "I need a moment of silence. I see dead people. Everyone loses their minds."
God,
And
They
then he
go
plays
nuts.
"Not Like Us" 5 times.
5
Play
times.
it again.
I'm
And
feeding
the
for
camera
more.
angles.
The camera angles was insane. It was like
Yeah.
an anime, dude.
Wop 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 wop.
Absolutely
Yeah, every wop
amazing.
is going different angles.
Oh my god.
Holding the A minor, dude. The first time he ran it back, the second time he did the song, he didn't even have a backtrack. It was just the crowd singing the backtrack for him.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
wasn't even rapping at that point.
Yeah. No, it was the most unbelievable thing I've seen in my life.
Yes,
It was. It's up there with the Fiend like sequence where
I'm pretty sure we made the joke last night. I'm fiending for more Play It Again.
I think this is his new closing song.
This has
It
to
would
be.
make sense. It would dope. And then
It
it starts
has to
bringing
be.
on all the celebrities, like 30, 40 people. There's nothing more black than a bunch of people trying to get in a photo together and just having it not work. That's what he did on stage for the whole America.
I'm gonna
That's
tell Rachel you
amazing.
said that. She'll probably agree. Like,
He would agree.
He'll probably agree.
It's also
But
you're getting every different gang, every
Yes.
different territory in LA.
One of the
On stage.
funniest tweets I saw for that when they were leaving, He was like, "You just had different gang members going, you first," when they're walking down the stage.
Unity.
We've never seen this
Yeah,
before.
it was
Unity through hate of a Canadian man pretending.
It just makes
Oh
sense.
my
It's
God.
perfect. We love it. It was
Poetry.
one of the best concerts I've ever seen from my couch.
yeah, no.
So
Well,
good.
This episode is going pretty long, so I don't know if we're going to talk about streaming concerts, but kind of a thing to think about. But needless to say, I was very happy that because there was no way I was going to be out in LA on Juneteenth. So it's like I was just very happy to be able to see this concert. And I do not think there is a single world where I would have been able to go see this show and just stayed home and watched it on stream instead.
Yeah.
I think that's
Agreed.
why it ultimately does work so well.
So what does Drake do now? I'm joking. No.
He
he's not
does
gonna do
another
anything.
song that everyone hates so much they think it's AI.
Facts.
Do you think Drake was watching this?
I'm sure
Absolutely.
he was watching this.
Got nothing better to do.
Oh my god, dude. I don't want to know what Drake
Besides
was
lose
doing.
millions on a bet.
God.
He already put up a story.
He was in Turks and Caicos probably. Like
He actually probably was, to be honest. All jokes
Yeah.
aside.
yeah. All right. So, long week.
Wait, we gotta talk about the New Ho King merch.
The what?
New Ho
Wait.
King, the Kendrick New Ho King merch.
Oh yeah.
That's so
yeah.
fucking funny, dude. Oh my god.
It's a nice
The-
little chef's kiss.
Yeah, just the restaurant in Toronto that, dip sauce and a blammy crody.
Yeah.
Everything was perfect.
Like, it reminds me of the guy who's gone viral for wearing an old guy who goes to Costco wearing a shirt with a barcode, and he only buys rotisserie chickens, and he doesn't.
Wait.
He's like, I don't. He's like, so this guy, he's like this old guy with.
I know who you're
mustache.
talking about. Yeah.
He's like, I don't like lasers touching my food. Scan my shirt, and they
Oh
scan
my
his shirt, and
God.
it's the Costco chicken barcode for the chickens.
Because he buys it so much, he got to just.
He
Put
just
on
got
the
the shirt.
shirt.
I want lasers touching my
That
food.
makes
Scan
sense
my
though.
shirt.
If I lived close enough to a Costco, I would buy their rotisserie chickens way more often.
That is the most old head thing I've ever
So
heard.
often you'll get a shirt made so they can scan your
Jesus.
I don't know about that. I don't care about lasers touching my food. I'm gonna touch my food. I'm worse than lasers.
We're all gonna
Like,
die.
I'm definitely dirtier than lasers, so it's like I don't care. Like, what a
We wouldn't go
weird
to
thing.
Summer Smash if we were afraid of that.
God, yeah, I think Summer Smash. Actually, no, not me. I got sick, but I think you get immunity from stuff when you go to Summer Smash. But not me, clearly, because I fell ill.
Just died on site.
Some 17-year-old drinking vodka out of a water bottle coughed at me, and I just got it.
malaria.
Yeah, I got malaria for a day. Let's do recommendations and go home. You two are blue and red over here are untenable together. Like,
Hey.
Look,
Our colors
Kendrick brought us
reunited.
together. So yeah, I was about to say.
was this a
Kendrick
Kendrick
brought
thing?
us-
Like,
Yeah. It was meant to be.
oh my
All right,
god!
who's got a song ready? Who's ready?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I can go first. Yeah. Okay. So I immediately after getting home from Summer Smash wanted to listen to something very different, and that's when I realized that hometown legend Lupe Fiasco dropped a
Wow.
track last week, and believe it or not, the best part is the hook. It's called "Cake." Has a very interesting music video where it's basically him. Like you see him doing all the setups for these really elaborate shots, but you never see the shots that he's setting up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like very meta and weird, but the song has like just a very, very groovy hook. So I was like, which is not something I usually go to a Lupe Fiasco song without a feature for. But yeah, after listening to that, I was like, oh shit, this is really good. I was gonna recommend something like 2 weeks ago, but then the bit happened, and I was like, I'll get to it. Like,
Has to do the bit. Fair
I'll
enough.
do the bit. So yeah, Cake, Lupe Fiasco.
But
I'm
Jeff,
gonna go with The Wonder Years by the Oh My's.
the
I
oh
haven't
my.
heard that. Yeah, they're.
Jesus.
You guys know who they are, I assume.
I've
I
heard of
haven't
them.
heard that in a long time.
I mean, they came across on my
On
playlist, and
shuffle
I'm
or
just like,
something. I like that.
yeah, and I'm like, I haven't heard this song in years.
I
It's
love
good.
that.
Oh my
So
god, I
yeah,
gotta
that's
look
my
that up.
recommendation.
All
Oh
right,
my
bet.
god, that's
mean-
a prime year.
Yeah, 2012. Like they're always with Chance. They're not together
Yeah.
really anymore. I think they just released something recently, like within the last couple of years.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna revisit that then. Jasper.
I got two things that are very different this week. My first one, I was in the car, stuck in the car for a while. I was just going through albums that are like recent, semi-recent in my library, like past my recent stuff, just like digging. Brandon's gonna hate me for this, but I wound up listening to the Question Mark album again.
Yeah.
I just come back to it. I don't know why. It's the songs are all really short, so it feels like I don't commit to anything by listening to it. I just kind of like can get in and get out. I'm going with "Going Down" by X. That song is quick. It's got a catchy hook, and of the tracks on there, it's one that hasn't been memed or like used to death. So I think it's still kind of
Yeah.
fresh or fresher.
That's the first posthumous.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's been like 5, so I try to remember.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the only one I really listened to. I don't know any of the others.
Yeah, it's also fair. Okay. My first one, I haven't heard in a very long time, and I was reminded of it like at a wedding party like 2 weeks ago. Miramasa released a song called "Lovesick" with ASAP Rocky. Absolutely slaps. It is so good. Highly recommend. So that's gonna be my first one.
Oh yeah. All right, so it's summertime, and obviously, when summertime happens, I listen to a shit ton of house music. But this is not like a traditional like song. I don't think they're on Spotify. I will look up if they're on Spotify, but I mostly watch them through YouTube. It's the most recent set list by Book Club Radio. Book Club Radio is a collective of house DJs, mostly in New York, but they do shows all around the country, who basically theme their parties and the music around books. Now, like the theme is really only relevant if you're there, because they don't. That's not how they tag it. Like when you listen to them on YouTube, because they put all their sets on YouTube as well. So their most recent set is just called Deep House and Synth Pop Mix. Because like house music, like it's hard to recommend a house music song because they're all named shit like that. But it's like
It's like lo-fi names. Just
exactly,
random letters.
100%, 100%. But this is just like I've been listening to that. Jeff, I've sent Jeff like at least one set list. I've been listening to a lot of house music because it's the summer. It goes great with the heat, and this was one I was listening to all day today. I literally, because like there's such a wealth of this shit that like there's like 1,000 of these sets. I'll never get through all of it. I'll never listen to house music enough to get through all of this. This one was so good that I literally stopped and went back and re-listened to it. So yeah, that's mine.
Okay, you're gonna have to send that to me.
Yeah, I'll put it in the Unpaid Nobody thing right now.
I have a song that is not on streaming. It's on YouTube and SoundCloud. And this is Sunny Days by King Relic, Afroman, and someone I actually used to work with, Radic. It's a
Radic. I remember Radic.
Yeah, it's a prime summertime song. It's perfect. King Relic, he's a Milwaukee rapper, and it's just like one of those perfect summertime songs.
Bet.
I will. I'll send it to you guys in the chat.
All right, cool. All right, Jasper.
I'm also doing something vaguely mix related, but in a very different way. I've been going back through Daft Punk again. This is I don't know how many times, but I listened to like
to be shocked.
I listened to 4 Daft Punk today, and one of my favorite live album of all time, Live 2007, stood out to me. The closer track on that is one that I don't think I really paid a ton of attention to in the past, just because it wasn't like big hits. But the song that closes this album out is insane. It's Human After All, together one more time and Music Sounds Better With You all rolled into one track playing off each other. It's 10 minutes long. And I don't even know if it's part of like just the regular edition or if it's part of the deluxe. But I listened to this today. I had to literally stop and go back. I was like, whoa, I don't remember this. So yeah, just like very fun kind of rediscovering that today. Super good track.
Oh,
I was listening to that. That's probably one of your best Daft Punk recommendations.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
some Daft
it's a
Punk.
deeper cut. I mean, Alive 2007, I feel like definitely got its flowers when it came out, but has kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit in terms of not even just like the fan base, but also just like Daft Punk in pop culture. I don't know.
Bet. Okay. Well, I will close this out with Action Bronson.
What?
Wow.
Because there's no better way to close it out. I
thought
just
you-
discovered the song Prince Charming. It absolutely slaps.
Dude, Action's
Start-
amazing. I fucking
Dude, it's so good.
dude,
He is so good.
the artists that I've probably listened to the most this year so far have been Action Bronson and Future. And Kendrick
He is-
Lamar if you just count the disses.
Right.
For a
That's true.
second,
Yeah, obviously it's always Kendrick Lamar. Like Kendrick Lamar is always like in the top 10 artists.
Doesn't even count anymore.
Yeah.
for a second, I thought you were gonna say that you were recommending his New Balance shoes that are coming out like tomorrow. I was like, wait, that's not a song.
I'm not gonna do that. No. I went back to one of his older albums, and Action Bronson is my Diet Griselda. So that's essentially what I need.
He is
in my
like
life.
weird. He's like weird Diet Griselda. That is totally true.
Yes, it fits perfectly. I'm just saying, he opens up the song. I finally found love. It is effing beautiful. I no longer bite my nails down to the cubicles. My sex stories aren't suitable for listeners because prisoners to whack off all man. And I'm like, what?
What exactly do you
What do
mean
you
by
mean
that?
by that?
What do you mean by that?
Why does it sound so good?
My lord. Well, we've come to the end of the episode, everybody. Please,
Made it.
we made
A
it.
long one.
It's a long one. It was a good one. It was good to get back to at least to an hour 40. All right. Well,